But
What's
now,
next?
now we can talk about Black Panther, and I'm excited for this one because we haven't talked about it yet.
This is the first time that we've ever discussed Black Panther. We didn't see it in the theater
My
together.
camera better be fucking rolling.
Okay? But here's the thing.
Yeah.
So, I absolutely fucking love this movie.
Me too.
I thought it was one of the better superhero movies that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a template movie. Okay?
Template movie.
But there's so much great shit in here that I never... Like, I know it's a template movie. I can tell you right now, without even ever seeing the movie, I could have told you the beats that they're going to do to get him to where it is and be fairly accurate with it. But the world building is amazing. I loved that
they had there was so much to do in this movie.
You know what I love?
They could have went either way.
I love that this is a 98% black movie. That I never once was like, geez, can I
And
see
who's the 2%?
The Tolkien white guys.
Tolkien white guys.
But I could never, at no point in time was I like hung up on that fact because I was just like,
I didn't even pay attention to the color of skin in this movie.
no.
I loved the fucking character. I don't pay attention to color of skin
I generally
regardless.
don't, but like
It's
this is a
stupid
movie where
thing to do.
they were screaming it from the mountains, like
Yeah.
and you know what? Great.
Awesome. I'm happy. You know what? Honestly, my opinion when Black Panther passed Avengers at the box office, it became the biggest Marvel movie of all time. I was like, that's weird. Because
it is really weird.
It's Black Panther.
But you know what?
But at the same time, I'm really fucking happy and really fucking proud.
I'm so
because this shows that, you know, I mean, Marvel could take any character now and basically make a hit of it.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm actually glad that they took Black Panther and and it is as huge as it is. I'm glad because
I think it deserves it. Like
I said with Spider-Man: Homecoming, one of the reasons why the character spoke so much to me because he didn't have a conventional parent, and neither did I. So that spoke to me. But for me, you look at any superhero and it's a white guy. So immediately, like you can pretty much identify with every other white guy.
And if there's a black guy, they're a sidekick to a white guy.
Yeah. You know, and so like even like in the case where Bruce Wayne, I'm not super rich, but I'm still a white guy, so I can still identify to that degree. I love that they had that scene at the end of the movie where the kid is looking up at Black Panther going,
Me too. That was a great scene.
You look like me. Like, I mean, like, I love that. Like, it's like one of the reasons why I loved Wolverine so much was because the guy in the comic books was 5'3".
Yeah, exactly.
And Canadian. And I'm like, man, I love that because I can, like, I'm short. And he kicks ass, and he's short and Canadian. And
together we are Wolverine. You got the height, I got the body hair.
That's right.
Both Canadian.
You know, and we both kick ass. Hey. You know, so that was one of the things that I loved because now I can feel like other kids can grow up and looking at superheroes and go, man, I can get behind Black Panther because he looks like me. I could be like him, or I could be like his sister. His sister was great. Shuri
was awesome.
She was so great.
The whole supporting cast was awesome.
Everything in this movie. One of my favorite things was that. So she's younger than everyone there. She's smarter than everyone there.
Yeah.
Nobody ever gives her a hard time.
Yeah.
They just accept it. It just it is what it is. The women, his elite squad, are all women.
Yeah.
And nobody bats an eye. It is what it is. You know. Even the fact that it's not even that it's a black movie, it's a blatantly black movie.
Oh,
I read an interview where they were talking about how they had afros and curls in their hair and stuff like that, and one of the women, I can't remember what her name was, but she literally was like, well, if you look at that goes back to colonial times when white men showed up and took over Africa and then said, your hair needs to be straight. Wakanda never had that. They never had the colonial aspect. We were allowed to just live our lives the way we wanted to based on our heritage, and that was it. And that's why you see that stuff. And I was like, that is a fucking great answer because you're right. White people went in and be like, oh, your hair's like that? We gotta straighten that shit out.
Yep.
We gotta straighten that shit out. Yep. It's bad enough you got dark skin, you know? And it's like, whoa, this is so fucking crazy that's the answer.
What a fucking history. Like,
everything
blows my mind.
You know what I love? Right at the beginning, where it's that rescue mission. Yeah. And they're like, literally like, don't freeze when you see her. I'm not gonna freeze. And then it's like he froze. Yeah. They're busting his ass. He's the king.
Yeah.
He's the Black Panther.
Yeah.
But they're still busting his balls because, you know what, you're still the guy we fucking grew up with, so eat shit every once in a while. And there's none of this, like, he doesn't posture or anything. He doesn't try to really assert himself. He just is, and that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Killmonger, what the fuck? Why did you kill him off?
Right. I love the way they ended his character arc, but wow, he was so good.
It was great. I love the line where he's just like, it's like, throw me in the ocean, because, like, I want to be with those smart ones that drowned in the ocean rather than be on their knees or something like that in bondage. And I was like, I honestly wish I would have remembered that line perfectly, because I was like, man, like, it sucks to see you go, but what a way to go.
Yeah, you know, like, he was the villain of the film, but so many times I was like, I get behind what he's saying.
Yeah,
I understand where he's coming from.
It's like it's kind of like law-abiding citizen, because we mentioned that in one version of our previous part, but like where you start off going like, okay, yeah, like I get it, but then towards the end of the movie, he does the switch where he's like, I'm just gonna fuck the world up because you fucked my world up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then you're like, okay, all right, now I'm done with you.
Yeah, we're too far now. We're too far.
You're taking it too far.
I knew where you're coming from, but
you
now
know?
I can't get behind what you're doing.
You know, and sure, when he shows up to reclaim, like, to get a shot at the Black Panther, you knew he was going to win.
You knew he was going to win, and
that
I
part
knew
is
he's going to fall down, he's going to watch away. In a lot of ways, it has the same beats as The Lion King.
Yeah, I remember I came across a couple of memes,
like
and
Simba
when I finally watched it,
and...
I was like, yeah, it really does. But then really again, Lion King was an amazing movie.
Lion King is, to this day, still my favorite cartoon of all time. I can't wait for the live action film.
Yeah, I actually gotta say,
Jon Favreau's directing
like,
it.
I mean, like, but yeah, so like getting back to at first when I saw the trailers and they had the purple trim around it, I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I did not like it.
Same here.
But then when they explained why, I was like, okay, I'm okay with it. But ultimately, I still don't like it.
Right. Because
I kind of like the black and the silver color scheme. That was one of the things I liked too when they're looking at the different suits. And he looked at the gold one. And he literally was like, but then he was like, yeah, but it's got to be a little bit more covert.
Yeah.
You know, so he's still just like he just tempered. But then Killmonger immediately went gold.
Yeah.
And then fucked it up so that he had his own little face mask and everything. And I was just like, I don't know how he did it, but I was still like, I never questioned it because he was played up as a really smart guy all the way through.
Oh, so smart.
You know?
It's crazy, and it's such a crazy flip too that you think Claw's going to be the big bad guy of the movie,
but they kill off both of his big bad guys. Yeah. And Claw was great.
Yeah, they killed off both.
I didn't like how they killed off. I didn't even like that they killed off. I would have preferred if both of them stayed alive.
Yeah.
But they killed them both off, so I was like, I don't know. And this is a movie that's definitely getting a sequel.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I guess, and I mean, like now that you have Bucky as the White Wolf, you don't have that storyline either, because, like, the White Wolf is supposed to be some random white guy that ended up in Wakanda and was raised by T'Chaka, but then when T'Challa was born, he's like, well, I'm never going to be the Black Panther, so he became the White Wolf, and now is a bad guy. You don't have that storyline because Bucky's the White Wolf.
Yeah, Bucky.
Which is still cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
It's still cool, but still just kind of like, That's probably the one thing where I'm just like, I don't like the White Wolf.
Yeah.
I don't like it. He's either Bucky, Winter Soldier, or Cap. But,
yeah.
like, I feel like because he's past the Winter Soldier stuff, he's either just Bucky or Cap.
Just Bucky.
You know, right now he doesn't have to be anything other than Bucky.
Yeah.
That's a great name. You know? The fight scenes.
The fight scenes were awesome. The hand-to-hand was amazing.
The hand-to-hand was really good.
M'Baku?
Yes.
M'Baku?
Yes.
That fight between the two of them, the first fight, so good.
So
awesome.
Great. But I liked it later on where he's just like There was a couple of jokes about him being a vegetarian. And we're vegetarians. And I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll eat your children or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but then he's begrudgingly helping him because he realizes that while he wanted to be king, he definitely doesn't want this guy to be king.
Yeah.
You know, and even just, like, even the part where, like, yeah, sure, like, you saw him losing and you saw T'Challa being knocked off the waterfall. It still had to happen because he had to say, okay, I need to be the Black Panther without the Black Panther stuff.
Yeah.
So then, of course, when they fight again, you know he's going to win. I have to say, though, I didn't like the final fight scene with him and Killmonger as much.
Oh, with like the trains and shit shooting by
Yeah.
and everything? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, visually, it did look pretty cool, but it was still kind of, like, the CGI was kind of a letdown in that part there. Especially because you still had the stereotypical Marvel fight where there's a lot of stuff going on there, and then the two are just having their own, like, dark mirror fight.
Yeah.
But that fight was really badly choreographed, which is disappointing because every other fight prior to that was great. It was absolutely great, you know? It's still, like, even though, like I said, like, it's a paint-by-numbers Marvel movie, what they did within the paint-by-numbers is amazing.
It's the first movie that Adrian walked out of and said, I want to watch that again in the theater.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's never said that after another Marvel movie. But that one was just like, I want to watch that one again.
Yeah, like, Michelle was like, I absolutely want to watch this movie.
Like,
and I'm like, I can't wait for you to watch this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a movie, like, I feel like that's a movie where I could show up with kids that are both a boy and a girl and be like, you're going to love this movie.
Oh, for
because
sure.
Because it's something for everyone.
Some women are so badass in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, so awesome.
Like, I mean, it's like Wonder Woman. You can walk into Wonder Woman with a little boy and a little girl and go, you're going to love this movie. Yeah. And they're going to come out of it going, yeah, that's great. And that is transcendent, and I love that aspect. And I did not think that this was going to be that movie.
I didn't. I mean...
I knew it was going to be great. I remember we talked about it. I said it's probably going to do, like... I felt like it was going to do just under $1 billion. Because...
Worldwide, yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be this big until I watched it.
How big it is here... I mean, it doesn't really surprise me because, I mean, finally the Black community has that
There's
movie.
that aspect, and I never thought of it from that aspect until I watched it, and then you're like, yeah.
Okay, I understand it, right?
Okay.
May Jock Odin bless you.
And also you. But
when it opened to over 200 million, my mind was fucking blown. Because I remember back in the day when Spider-Man opened at 114, that was like, oh my god, a movie opened at over 100?
Yeah.
And now here, Black Panther, who in the comic books, I mean, he's going to become an A-lister now like Iron Man did because his movie was so successful.
They kept trying to make him an A-lister, but because comic books are largely written by white men, he was never ever going to get to where he should be because of that aspect. Because, like, Reginald Hudlin? Reggie Hudlin?
Yeah.
He had a great run on it. And that was
he had a great run.
Really acclaimed, but as soon as he was off that book, then that book tanked.
Yeah, it was a short run, too.
Yeah, it was quick.
It wasn't long.
But it had, like, it was him and John Romita Jr.
They kicked it off. And then he had a bunch of different artists coming in and out. He had Storm get married to T'Challa in there. But Priest had a very...
Priest was another one that had a really good run. This latest one with Nikai Coates or something like that, that's getting a lot of praise. But it's just... I think it pisses people off, too, that, like, Black Panther was created by a white guy, you know? But, like, what I love about Black Panther is even though he's been created by a white guy, he was largely written by white guys, he was still never treated like a joke. He's always been regarded as one of the smartest men in the Marvel Universe. He's been a part of every incarnation of the Illuminati, which is their secret behind the scenes Avengers with
Yep.
Reed Richards, Namor, I think even Doctor Doom, like all these guys, Professor X, like all of them are a part of this.
Yeah.
And they're and he's always been treated like a big fucking deal, and I'm so glad that he gets to have his Captain America moment, because Captain America was always treated like a big deal, but he was never the big top guy. And then you have him, and same with Iron Man, you have him now like recognized worldwide, where now I would argue you have like Black Panther, like I said, like now you've got a Black Batman.
Yeah.
And kids can literally go, you know what, Black Panther wouldn't do this, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And I love it. My only complaint is that Black Panther kills people with no second thoughts. There's none of this like, I don't want to kill you. It's he just kills.
That could change now.
It could change now
with his new outlook on everything.
There's that, and I mean, it's that warrior aspect that like you even had you have it with Wonder Woman, where they tease it, and they even sort of touch upon it with Captain America, where you get that he's killed people in the war. Like even in Winter Soldier, he goes, yeah, sometimes we did some things we weren't necessarily proud of, but we did it so that people didn't have to do that later. So you kind of like, even though they never say it, I am with who's the writer? Rucka. I'm with Rucka, where he goes, yeah, Cap was in World War II, or World War I, or wherever they want him at. Yeah, World War II, and he goes, you don't think he killed people? Yeah, he killed people. Okay? We just don't really talk about it because you don't want your symbol of America being the guy killing people.
Yeah.
But I do like how they had Bucky being the guy that was also killing people too. So, I get that. It's just, I think you're right. Like, moving forward, maybe we don't see him ever kill anyone ever
seems
again.
like he's got a different stance on things now,
Because he's opened it up to the world now.
He's opened it up, and he was going by his father's rules. Like when he found out what his father did, what everyone has done in the past, he said, I'm going to be a different king. This is going to be a different Wakanda.
Yeah.
And I think, going forward...
And it worked. You know what? Another thing that I liked? I liked how they both did their Black Panther vision quests, and it was starkly different. I love the scene where he's talking with Chaka on the plains of Wakanda, but I absolutely love that Killmonger
talk to his father
in the fucking apartment building. Yeah. I was literally like, and I mean, like, I loved it right at the beginning too, where he's like, yeah, man, motherfucker, and all this, and then all of a sudden T'Chaka shows up, and he's just like, right, like into traditional Wakandan speak, and then later you find out that he was sold out, like he was being watched immediately.
Yeah.
And I actually do kind of like that they had that little, like, dirtiness to T'Chaka, where it's just like, yeah, but you did this. It's like, yeah, but I had to, and it's like, I can't do it this way. So yeah, I feel I'm with you on this one. I feel like, yeah, you're right. Like, he's, from here on out, he's gonna be, because he has to be. He almost has to be, because it's like, like Superman can't kill because he's Superman. So now Black Panther's like gonna be in the same situation where it's just like, yeah, but now I'm a symbol for, like, I love the scene where he's like, oh, I bought that building, I bought that building, I bought that building. All these buildings I bought just so that, everybody's gonna have a place to stay. I'm like, man, this is so great.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where he goes going forward. Because, I mean, like we've mentioned, the original 4, 5 with Black Widow and 6 with Hawkeye, because they're all retiring.
They're all done. They're all coming up done.
Avengers 3, 4, and then we're not going to see probably 80% of these guys ever again. Black Panther, and I guess to a degree Spider-Man, they're going to be the guys that head the Marvel Studios cinematic universe going forward. Yep.
Well, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. These are and Thor, because Thor is definitely, like, Hemsworth's not going anywhere.
I don't know. All his contracts up, so it's hard to say what they're going to do.
They're already talking about a Thor 4.
He wants to do a Thor 4, whether it happens or not.
That's true. It's almost a shame, because he's one of the few that hasn't really done anything else. Or when he's tried to be other than
but
Thor.
He's not successful outside of Thor.
Which is weird, because it's not like he's a terrible actor.
No, he's not.
Like, I actually thoroughly enjoyed him in Ghostbusters.
He was very funny in Ghostbusters, in the Heart of the Sea.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
He was really good in it.
Black Hat, I remember seeing the trailers and I was just like,
I had zero interest to see Black Hat, and
part of it is because it's like Hugh Jackman in Swordfish.
Yeah, I
you got a model bodybuilder as a hacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crime hacker film genre doesn't really do anything for me, I guess.
It does, but there's a certain, like, I mean, okay, yeah, sure, not every stereotypical nerd is going to be like Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they're also not all going to be fucking superhero models.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, I feel like if you're going to be a hacker, you're spending more time hacking than you are barbell curls.
True. Yeah, you're not going to be ripped.
You're not going to be too concerned about moisturizing your skin because you want to frack the system. But, whatever. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, like...
So, Black Panther, the cast...
It really is one of the best movies, and it's not one of those things where, like, I feel like... At first, I kind of felt like it was one of those where people didn't want to say anything bad about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that was going to happen, but...
Because...
There's really not anything bad to say about it.
Yeah, like, I mean, for me, the bad things were, like, killing off the, like, Claw and Killmonger. I feel like Killmonger had way more legs. Like, if you're going to kill off Claw, like, I'd accept Claw if Killmonger stayed alive. But even though he did have a great ending, like,
I kind of feel like Claw might return somehow still, and I don't know how, but I don't think we've seen the last of Claw.
Was he killed on screen, if I remember correctly? I don't think so.
You know what? I don't remember. Actually, you know what? I went to take a pee during his death.
Oh, okay.
It was
I
great.
can't remember if he was killed off screen or on screen, or if it was one of those where, like, they shoot the gun at the camera, and you're just like, well, I guess he's dead.
But Killmonger, I loved, but his death does serve a purpose.
It serves an absolute purpose.
His death is the cause of this going forward. Like, everything...
Yeah, you know what? If he didn't die, then I guess it would have had to have ended differently. Because it couldn't end the same way, because he doesn't have the same impact.
Yeah.
Because it's still just... Like, essentially, he's just trying to do it the way he wants to do it without trying to be like his dad, whereas he sees how trying to be like his dad...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, fuck, it was a great movie.
Black
Panther
is amazing.
There's no bad actor or bad performance in this movie.
Chadwick Boseman again proves that he was the perfect guy for Black Panther.
Well, he did it in Civil War.
He did it in Civil War, but I mean, his character wasn't really too fleshed out in Civil War.
And it didn't need to be, but now that it was
fleshed out in here, you're like, fuck, you're good.
Yep.
You're so good. Ryan Coogler, perfect choice for directing the film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why everyone loved Creed.
Yeah. That's right, which I haven't watched yet.
I still haven't watched it either, but you know what? I haven't even watched Rocky Balboa. I'm way behind on Rocky movies.
Balboa's good. I like Balboa.
Still haven't seen it. But I do want to watch Creed now before Creed 2, just because, Dolph Lundgren coming back. I know. It's
that part, I'm actually, like I knew that Creed was going to be, like, a reboot quill, right? Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, okay, but really, does it have to be a reboot quill sequel?
We can only go quills so long.
Yeah, see reboot quill? Like, I mean...
See reboot...
We're getting, like, it's getting ridiculous where, you know...
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm kind of scared for the Lost Kingdom, or the Last Kingdom or something like that for Jurassic Park. Jurassic World 2. Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
I'm a little scared about that one because I'm worried that it's going to be another Lost World situation.
I mean, the setup looks identical to Lost World. First half on the island, second half in the city. But... the trailer also showed a Mosasaurus going after surfers, so I don't know how they're going to fucking plug this one back up.
Well, I mean, with the way that Jurassic World is set, they don't have to plug it up.
No.
Because the world knows. It's just eradicating the remaining dinosaurs. Yeah. That was part of my problem with the Lost World, because then it was like, well, you had the T-Rex running around, and then it's like, yeah, but how do you go back from that?
Yeah. You
can't, you know, and then in Jurassic Park 3, it's another island. Okay, but you still, how do you bounce back from the first, like the second one? Mm-hmm. Everyone knows the dinosaurs are there. How do you bounce back? They don't even talk about it. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like the third as much, because they just kind of go, it's almost like they go, yeah, that movie didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Spielberg made Michael Crichton write a fucking sequel. and undo the stuff he did in the first book because he wanted a sequel.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So this leads into our next one, which will be entirely devoted to Infinity War.
Yes, entirely. And then going forward, we're going to wrap up the rest of Phase 3 by doing single episodes for each
as they come out. Because
individual movie. Infinity
next
War.
time we do stuff like this, it'll be like Mission Impossible series, or it'll be like Daniel Craig's James Bond series. But here on out, we'll be doing more single movies as they come out.
Yeah, as they come out, definitely single movies, I think. Jurassic Park, obviously, we'll do that.
Yep, definitely do that.
That will come.
Definitely do that one.
Yeah. But before we get to all those, we're going to do part 1 of Phase 3. Again.
Yeah. The revamp.
It was great hanging out hanging out and just wasting a couple hours.
Was it a waste, though?
It's kind of a practice for the final episode.
It's a practice run.
It was a practice run. It was
because
great.
Even though I feel like we nailed it, I don't know if we actually did. If you believe in God, this is God's way of saying you need a second try.
Right. Everything happens for a reason, right?
That's right. I don't believe in God, but maybe something tells me we need to redo this. Except for the fact that we only had 40 minutes of footage the first time around.
That's fine.
I forgot to mention, hey, Nicolas Cage, could you be on the show sometime?
Right.
That'd be absolutely great if you could be on the show. And if you happen to run into Val Kilmer, could he also be on the show? That would be great.
Yes.
That'd be absolutely great.
So
But if you run into Edward Norton, please don't ask him to be part of the show. It's just you guys, as of yet.
Oh, and George Clooney?
No, I never said I wanted him on here.
Oh.
I just said that if it was going to be Clooney, Batman, and Nick Cage, Superman, that would be a crazy movie.
That would be a crazy movie.
You know?
Maybe Clooney could be Doomsday.
Doomsaw?
Doom's Clue.
Kinda. He could actually kind of be, because they could actually have the same kind of...
Oh, Gloomsday!
Gloomsday, yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes! That's so much better!
That's great.
Doom Clue? No. Gloomsday? We have a winner.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, well...
Hey, guess what? I'm Chris Mercier.
Hey, guess what? I am Ken Levitsky.
Oh, why'd you go robot voice?
Why not?
Touche. There's no rules.
There's no rules. That is
On that note, Kenneth loves Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh!
And Chris loves Thor Ragnarok.
I kind of did.
For Thor. Only reason.
There you go.
Only
now
reason.
You got me. Now we're
Only
even.
reason.
Now we're even. Because
right.
I didn't. But okay.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Peace.
Adios.